Life for the Poor in Pakistan. What do they eat and what do they drive? By Marley Doman. Food insecurity. The definition of food insecurity is the state of being without reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable and nutritious food. Pakistan suffered from widespread hunger even before the monsoon floods, with an estimated 82.6 million people, a little less than half the population estimated to be food insecure. An estimated 36% of Pakistanis live below the poverty line and almost half are illiterate. Poorer households typically spend over 60% of their income on food. That's a lot of their income just on food. Can't imagine. Food prices over this past 7 years have pushed the number of people who depend on food assistance in Pakistan from 38% of the population in 2003 to 49% in 2009. Pakistanis, one of the main things they eat is an unleavened bread called chapati or roti. Pakistani food is typically oily and spicy. There's a type of yogurt that is commonly eaten in meals, and they eat a lot of rice, whether it be in meals or in desserts. Only the people that are well off are able to afford meat. And observant Muslims do not eat pork or drink alcohol. It's against their beliefs. Malnutrition is a big problem in Pakistan. Close to half of all the Pakistani children are malnourished. Malnutrition in Pakistan is usually associated with poverty. The biggest killers of children under 5 in Pakistan are diarrhea and acute respiratory infections. Undernourishment is an underlying cause in 38% of those cases. In Pakistan, the nutritional status of children under 5 years of age is extremely poor. Transportation in Pakistan, there's buses, there's trains, there's cars, there's motorcycles, and there's rickshaws. Buses in Pakistan, they are usually used to commute from one place to another. There are buses that take people from city to city. There are buses that take people within the city, and then there are buses that go between cities. And they aren't usually in rural parts of Pakistan, and they are usually overcrowded and can be very dangerous. Trains in Pakistan carry about 65 million passengers annually. On average, the railway carries about 178,000 passengers daily. They're also, as well as the buses, they are not in rural areas, and they tend to be overcrowded, just like the buses as well, and can also be very dangerous. Cars and motorcycles are too expensive for most of the population, and so therefore the poor aren't able to really afford either cars or motorcycles. They tend to use rickshaws, and rickshaws can be pulled by hand. They can be pulled by bike, and then there are some that are motorized. So you see a lot of the poor people either pulling these little carts by hand or behind their bike. And so that is what they drive, and that is the conclusion of my presentation, and I hope you liked it. Thank you.